Hello friends, welcome back to my channel MEO Exams. So friends, in this video we will see the hydraulic push-up method. So basically this method is used for three things on rudder. So basically first is when the tiller is hydraulically pushed on rudder stalk, then this rudder stalk is pushed up onto this rudder, and then pintle are also pushed up in the rudder or rudder gudgeon. So let's see the process of push-up or hydraulic push-up in this video. So the prior checks before push-up are we have to first clean and dry the rudder, upper casting or the tiller, and the surface of the conical part of the rudder stalk. Okay friends, so basically this upper casting of the uh, rudder is, if this is the rudder and tiller is going to be fitted over here, then this is the upper casting part. Okay friends, so we have to clean and dry the upper casting part of the rudder or the tiller. Means if this is the tiller friends, then this part where the rudder stalk is going to fit, that we have to clean and dry. And also the conical part of the rudder stalk. So rudder stalk is like this, so there is a conical part at the top and conical part at the bottom, so both parts we have to clean and dry. So these things to clean and dry. Then we have to confirm the step height between the rudder stalk top and the tiller top. So this height is very important friends, because as you know that this tiller is going to move the, this tiller is basically going to be moved by the ram of the steering gear. So over here the rams will be installed. Okay friends, so if the height between this tiller and the rudder stalk, this is the rudder stalk, if the height between this top of this rudder stalk and the tiller is not accurate, then this tiller is going to hit this rams. Okay friends, so that is why this height is very important, so that proper clearance between the tiller and the ram is maintained. And then the tiller is having a specific position with the rudder stalk. Okay friends, so we have to check or adjust the mark on the circumferential direction. Basically this is taken care by the keyway or the key which is there in the rudder stalk. Hope you are understanding friends. This tiller you cannot put it in any direction, because this is connected to rudder, and when the tiller is at midship position, then at that time the rudder has to be also in midship position, so they are relatively connected, or they have relative angle with respect to each other. So that is why this their circumferential position is also very important. Then after these checks are done, then we have to secure the hydraulic nut. As you can see over here, this is the hydraulic nut which is put onto the, after this tiller is in place, then we have to put this hydraulic nut, and then by using this hydraulic pump and oil we have to vent the air from the hydraulic nut. We can use this one separate pump for this hydraulic nut, or we can have one single pump and use this for two purposes. This one I will explain in my coming slides. So basically with the help of these pumps we have to vent this hydraulic nut. This is the same process as we do for our normal hydraulic nuts, just before just before using the nuts. So we have to vent the air. Now let's see the process, push-up process. So after venting, if we are using this pump, I will just consider this example where we are doing everything with this just one pump. Then in this case first we have to close these two walls, and then we have to vent by using this wall. Okay friends, and after venting is complete, there will be a venting plug or purging screw over here. Then with the help of that we basically take out the air. Then after that is done, then we have to shut this screw and raise the oil pressure of the hydraulic nut, and then we have to note down the pressure reading, and also the distance distance by which this rudder tiller or this tiller is moving down onto this rudder stalk. Okay friends, that is why in a starting point this reference was very important. So we have to measure how much this tiller is moving onto the rudder stalk, and corresponding pressure we have to note down. Suppose this is 1 point, we will get 2 points na. For this particular load we will get one distance, then for this particular load we will get one distance, and for this particular load we will get one distance. So for drawing a straight line we basically need 3 points. Okay friends, so if we have these 3 points, then we can draw a straight line, as you can see friends, and this straight line is going to cut onto this x-axis, which is the distance. Basically this graph is drawn with respect to the load or pressure and the distance. So this point this point which we are getting is actually called the 0 point or the start point. So if you have seen my previous video on how we push up the propeller onto the propeller shaft or tail shaft, then you must be knowing the importance of start point. Hope you are understanding friends. If we don't know what is the start point, then how we will know that how much this tiller is actually moved on. This tiller can get stuck somewhere. Okay friends, if it is stuck somewhere, then if we are applying pressure, then it won't be moving down. Okay friends, or if it is moving down more, and if we don't have starting point, then we will not come to know that the exact position of this tiller onto the rudder stalk. Hope you are understanding friends. This starting point is very important, because if we don't have starting point, then we will not know the exact travel of this tiller onto this rudder stalk. So that is why we should have a start point. Then once we have the start point, then we can adjust this dial gauge which we put onto this this tiller for noting down the travel movement. Then we can adjust this dial gauge with respect to the start point, and then finally we carry out the further process. So that is why the first point in doing so is to find out the start point. Friends, in my construction video I have shown you that these gudgeons or the grooves where this tiller is going, where the tiller is going, they are having this oil passage or oil grooves. Okay friends, so we have to basically supply oil in these grooves for easy movement. So for that, first we have to vent these grooves are there, then these grooves will also having air, then we have to vent these grooves. So vent out the air from the upper casing or the tiller. Hope you are understanding friends. Over here they are talking about both the things. Means I told you 3 things na, about the pintle, upper casing of the rudder and the tiller. 3 things we are talking about na. So these grooves will be there for all the 3 holes. In the tiller also it will be there, on the rudder upper casing, and where the pintle is fitted, and that casing also, these grooving holes will be there. So with the help of this same pump, if we open these 2 valves, then we can do the air purging of these holes, and we can apply pressure by opening these 2 valves into these oil grooves. Hope you are understanding friends, that first we have to find the 0 point, that is actually called the start point. Then after that we have to vent these grooves, and then we have to reset the dial gauge with respect to the start point. So this is basically the first step in putting this or pushing up this tiller onto the rudder stalk, or rudder stalk onto the rudder or pintle onto the rudder. So these three things, this is the start point. Now what we do after that is that after we have opened the valve for the oil injection into the grooves, then what will happen, suppose at this point we open the grooves valve for the oil injection into the grooves, then what will happen, the diameter of the tiller will increase little bit. So what will happen, as you can see friends, this the tiller will move more further, and the load required onto the nut will also reduce. Okay friends, so that is why this graph is going down. Then from here again we will continue applying pressure onto the nut while maintaining the pressure into the grooves. Okay friends, so this is the curve which we will get. There is the push-up distance, and this is the oil pressure or the load. So basically this is the curve which we will get. So this curve basically we have to plot. Manufacturer basically provides us the push-up distance. So this push-up distance actually that we have to target. Okay friends, and the estimated force is actually given for the reference. Basically the pressure that is given by the manufacturer is taken for the reference point, and our target is the distance by which the tiller is to be moved onto the rudder stock. Okay friends, so this is how we have to carry out the push-up process. Now after this is done, then we have to remove all the piping or hydraulic connections. Then there is a separate there is a particular sequence for that. So let's see what is the sequence. So once we have achieved 8.2 mm distance movement of to push-up distance onto the tiller, then after that we have to remove these things. So let's see how we can remove the hydraulic piping connections from the system. So this is very important friends. If you will not do in the correct sequence, then the whole process will be wrong. So first take down the oil pressure gradually after shutting the valve connection to the hydraulic nut. Okay friends, so basically after the tiller is in place, then first we have to shut this valve which is going to the hydraulic nut. So what this valve will do, this will basically retain the oil pressure into the nut. So this tiller will still be pushed down onto the rudder stock. Then we have to open these two valves, or basically reduce the oil pressure from these two valves. Basically this is done by opening a valve onto the pump. So what will happen, this oil pressure from these oil grooves will come out. Then after this process is done, then we have to wait for a period of 10 minutes. So this what will do, this will give this tiller some time to grab the tiller surface. Okay friends, then after 10 minutes is gone, then we have to release the oil pressure from the hydraulic nut. After 10 minutes only we have to open this valve to release the hydraulic pressure from this nut. Then we can remove the connections and finally screw the hydraulic nut and lock it into the rudder stock. So this is how friends the push-up process is carried out. Now let's see how we actually draw out the tiller from the rudder stock. Okay friends, so for drawing out, the process is very simple. Just open this locking screw and unscrew this locking nut. Basically there should be a gap of approximately 40 mm between the tiller and the locking nut, and then put the wooden pieces in between. Okay friends, then after that, then apply this hydraulic oil pump, and instead of this connection, actually we should not connect for drawing up. Okay friends, basically we after placing the wooden piece, we just simply need to open these two walls and apply the pressure. So once we apply the pressure, the diameter of the tiller will increase little bit and it will come out. Okay friends, and the applied pressure will be approximately 10% higher than the interface pressure by which this tiller is holding the rudder stock. Okay friends, so this is how we draw the tiller from the rudder stock. So hope you have understood friends. Basically the push-up process are almost same for the this tiller and the rudder stock. For the propeller also, if you have seen my previous video, the process is again very much similar, almost similar. So process almost remains the same. We just first need to understand the whole process. That is very important. So till then, take care, have fun.